Hello and welcome back, RBG family and friends. Today we are in the RBG kitchen and we are going to be talking about a grocery haul. The supermarket of choice today is Western Beef, and this grocery haul is large and in charge, guys. I have not been to the supermarket or anywhere else online or by foot in a long time. Now this grocery haul has a little bit of everything, whether it's to stock up my regular freezer, my deep freezer, my extended pantry, the pantry that is working, and or for treats and then some. So we are going to go ahead and jump into it and talk about it. So as usual, guys, we are always going to start off here on the right hand side. We actually went obviously by foot because I don't know if Western Beef does online. If it does, kudos to them, but I have never shopped. I had my son in tow, so kudos to him for helping mom out. Let's get into this one. So the first thing we have here is Goya Sazonador Total. You guys know this is my lineup once it comes to seasoning. Everything from my chicken, any type of meat, any of my rices, beans, etc. I use this guy a bunch, so anytime that I'm there I try to stock up on this guy. Juices of choice, we actually have two, but the first one we have here is Turkey Hill. They were 3 for $10, and my kids favorite flavors is Orangeade and Fruit Punch, so I picked up 2 Fruit Punch and 1 Orangeade. Going all the way to the back, I picked up a brown sugar that's solely for my husband. He likes to use brown sugar in his coffee, and I also use it for baking, especially when I'm doing banana bread. And currently we have loads of bananas on our hand, so we are going to definitely be using that either for baking banana bread and or for making banana smoothies and or milkshake, because we have some in the freezer. Moving forward, we picked up 3 bottles of vinegar. I use vinegar to wash my meats and also help in seasoning them. I also want to use the vinegar so I can make refrigerator pickles and or red onions. For my husband, he liked it when I made it last time using the recipe from Jess at Roots and Refuge, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for him again. So I picked up 3 bottles. In front of that I have maple syrup, and it's again organic. I'm going to be using that for his chai overnight oats. Guys, he's taken a liking into that. I put fresh fruits on top of it for him. He loves that. He says it keeps him full, and I am just doing that for him diligently, and he takes it literally every day to work with him with naked juice. So it keeps him full. So in front of that we have a Philadelphia whipped cream, and guys, I can't say that without giggling. I picked up 2 tubs. It's still $6.99, so I went ahead and picked up 2 because we have loads of bagels here. In front of that we have 1 bag of chai seeds, and that was $6.62, still as the last time when I picked it up. Usually pick this guy up on Amazon, but you know, I found that they have it in Western Beef, and you know, just picking it up that way right now. Moving backwards again, we have these instant lunch ramen noodle soup. My daughter's gravitating to this brand now. We used to pick up a different brand, but she likes this one now. And she's taken a liking to heating them up and putting hot sauce in them. So, you know, they go through phases. So I picked up 3 boxes this time. Once again, if you can go to BJ's, I'm sure that's a better deal, but I have not been gravitating over to BJ's since it's a little bit out of my way and gas prices are ridiculous. So in front of that we have breadcrumbs. I like garlic and herbs. I also do Italian seasoning, the flavor, but I gravitate more towards this flavor, so I picked up 2. In front of that I have a Kraft classic Caesar dressing. dressing. This is the dressing that we love here. My husband goes into Italian and ranch, but I do have those in backup, but we go through this one here a lot. In front of that, I have Cafe Bustelo. These are for the Keurig. This is what my husband drinks. I've said that many times. It's a staple here. It's a better deal if you go through Keurig.com, but we've backed off of the membership because he's not going through them as often, and we're just buying them at the supermarket, you know, little by little. Okay, again, going backwards, my daughter wanted cereal, and as I'm looking at this, guys, you know, this, I made a mistake, and she's probably going to be mad at me, and I'm going to have to fix it when I go to Rite Aid to pick up some medication. She actually wanted Cookie Crisp, which I did good, and she wanted Fruity Pebbles. She's probably not going to be too mad because I got her 2 boxes of Fruity Pebbles, and she wanted Captain Crunch, and obviously you guys don't see Captain Crunch there, so I'm going to have to make it right and go get her a box of Captain Crunch. Actually giggling it because I did not notice it until I'm actually looking at this live with as I make the video. I was just moving through these aisles so swiftly and quickly that I just did not even notice my mistake until I'm actually looking at it. Guys, mom life. All right, moving on. I have ragu sauce, and I think this guy was 2 for $5, so I went ahead and picked up 4. And again, I apparently picked up a traditional flavor, and the other ones behind it, I'm sure, are meat flavor. I tell you, I had an appointment at 10:30 over the phone that apparently ended up canceling, and that's why I was moving so quick and not paying attention. Guys, pay attention. It's okay. I don't mind traditional flavor, but it is what it is. Okay, moving along. I'm telling you, this is real life, guys. Moving along, I also have garlic powder, guys, and this time it is garlic powder. If you've seen my other videos, you guys know that I committed the mistake and I got onion powder. Again, moving quick, but this time it is garlic powder, and I think that guy was $6.99. In front of that, these Vienna sausages or salchichas, like we call it, they were 5 for $5, so I picked up 10. All right, moving along. Every time I go with my son to the supermarket, I'll pick it up for him because they're a staple. I always say, you know, he's a child at heart, and he'll probably be eating these things until he's 50 years old or then some. I picked him up Lunchable. I picked up 2, but he already snuck one out of here, and you know, he likes the pepperoni flavor, so there you have it. That was his breakfast. In front of that, I have barbecue sauce. I think those are 3 for $5, and I always pick up original. All right, so we are moving along to the more staple things here in this haul. I went ahead and picked up 2 big bags of Carolina jasmine rice, and I literally took one with the tag that set the price. It was $26.99 per bag, and these are 20 pounds each, so this would last my family a little bit. I do have one already in backup, but that one's going to go into the food grade bucket that I have here to be used. So these 2 will be our backups. All right, moving along, we have I guess what my kids call some junk food or some goodies, so they can have either to take to school, which obviously school already dwindled off, especially for my son that he's in college. He's pretty much done. He's home. My daughter literally has, I think, 1 or 2 days left. She finishes on the 14th, and then from there she goes 2 days into Regents, and then she's done. So I have goodies for them. The first one is Nutty Bar. The next one in front of that, my daughter actually took a liking to the Entenmann's donuts. They were 2 for $10. I personally like the ones with the yellow on the inside. She actually likes the chocolate on the chocolate. I actually like these nice and cold and dipped in cold milk, but she actually just likes them cold, and she just takes them right out of the fridge. I can't. All right, but the next junk food or sweets that we have is chocolate chip cream pies. My son purchased this last time, or threw it in the cart last time that we were there, and he was like, oh, let me just take this, let's try this out. My daughter ended up actually almost eating all of them, so he was like, let's take this again, and this time let's take 2 because apparently they were so popular. All right, next to that we have these chocolate stick cakes. Those are a fan favorite here in the house. So that pretty much ends the junk food or sweets section of the haul. So moving along, because I'm going to leave the meats for the end. We have 1 gallon of masola corn oil. That was $13.99. The other part of the juice section was these Twister juice, and they were 2 for $3. My daughter's favorites are berry punch and I think fruit punch. I also got tropical punch and orange aid. She said, you know, those are okay as well. So I'm trying to just stock up on things that are their favorite, you know, just to keep them happy, because they will be home moving on forward, you know, home. So these hauls, like I've been saying, I'm just getting ready because it's going to get ridiculous. So moving along, I also have a Welch juice, 100% grape juice, and that my daughter is the only one that actually will drink that straight out of the fridge, nice and cold. I only use it here for cooking in my stews. You know, like people would add wine to make their stews. We call it in Spanish a fricassee. I would add grape juice. It's like tits for tats, or, you know, potato. It comes out to be the same thing. All right, so moving along, we're gonna get ahead and talk about this meat, guys. Meat, I can't. My head almost fell off of my shoulders. I don't know if it's a Western beef thing. Maybe I should have shopped other places, but I didn't have the time, guys. It was just not moving, but I needed to pick up a couple of things, so I went ahead and just did so because I was there. So here in front of you on the far right hand side, I have pork chops. I went ahead and picked up 2 of them because I just couldn't. I think they were like 6 and 7 a piece, and I was like, what? You know, pork chops for me, you know, back in the days before all this inflation and all that other stuff started happening, were maybe 4 and 5 a pack. You know, this is not a family pack. It's just like maybe 4 to 5 pieces in each. So yeah. Whatever. The chicken wings, I mean, you know, they're not Purdue, they're not this, they're not that, they're just, you know, your regular old chicken wings. I mean, $14-15 a pack, and I picked up 2. I'm trying to just pick up these things because Father's Day is coming up, and you know, I wanted to have these things on hand already, so I'm not running around like a chicken without my head when Father's Day is here, and I can have these things already at home. And if my husband wants to turn on the grill, then, you know, the things are already here. Moving along, in the bags is chicken legs, actually, and another thing. Chicken legs, I was able to get the bag for about $6. These things were $10 and $11. I picked up 2. I think they were literally 99 cents a pound, and that's pretty expensive. The next thing we have here is actually ground chicken that I brought from my mom. She's been talking about that she wants ground chicken. I don't know if she purchased it herself, but I went ahead and just purchased one for her, and that was $5. That looked to be the cheapest one that I can find that I was comfortable with. They had some that were a little cheaper, but there was like nothing literally in the carton, so I was like, no. Behind that, I have quarter chicken legs that has the thigh and the leg attached to it. Those bags for me have always been questionable, and again, the price was ridiculous. I feel that, you know, sometimes, you know, you obviously have to clean this meat, and you know, that's why sometimes, like, I don't mind buying them, but sometimes, you know, this is me going on a rant, but you know, you buy them, you have to clean them, obviously, because you're not going to sit here and eat all that fat. So I feel that you pay for fat. But they were expensive. You know, they were a pretty penny. You know, one bag was $10.12, and the other one was literally $9.08. And that was me foraging for the cheapest out of, like, you know, the 20-30 bags that was there. So, you know, it is what it is. So moving along, the last thing on this haul is the ground beef. Now, I've never purchased, I mean, I've had ground beef that has been rolled up this way in smaller rolls that are a pound. I've never had ground beef that has been, you know, this large and in charge. Now these rolls are 3 pounds each. Now they had ground beef that comes just like the ground chicken that you see here in front of you, and that's what I've always purchased all my life. Not that I have a problem eating ground beef this way, and I've seen people in the YouTube community that buy their ground beef this way, sold in other places. Now, mind you, these people don't live in New York City, and it doesn't seem to have a problem. I'm not frowning upon it. I'm gonna eat it. My family gonna eat it. Because it was a cheaper option. So it was not much of a difference in price, to be honest with you. It was a price comparison of maybe like 5 cents difference a pound. So I went with this one. Now, you know, people that were shopping there at the same time as me, they kind of were like, I guess, you know, frowning against this one. I don't know why. You know, the pack does say it's 73% lean and 27% fat. So once I open it up, I'll see the consistency or the texture or the quality, I guess, of the meat. I hope it was a good purchase. But for 3 pounds, it was $10 the roll. So I went ahead and brought 3. Like I said, you know, we can use this for Father's Day to make our own, you know, hamburger patties. So I thought it was a good buy. I thought it was a steal. You know, it's $30 for 9 pounds of meat. So I thought it was a no-brainer, like versus the whatever they had over there, you know, packaged up just like the ground chicken. You had $14 and it wasn't even 3 pounds. So, you know, I sat there and I took a risk, and it is what it is. I hope it was a good risk. Anyway, guys, enough with the tangent of the ground beef. This is pretty much what I have here for the haul. You know, my only mistake, unfortunately, on my daughter's behalf was the fact that I goofed up on the Captain Crunch, but I'll make it right on her. I have to go to Rite Aid and pick up a couple of things, so I will go pick up the Captain Crunch there. Sometimes they have better deals with cereals in Rite Aid anyway. But this haul that is large and in charge literally came up to $388. Guys, that's all I have to say. I have nothing else to say behind that. You know, it's just I can't, you know, I keep saying it at the end of each of my grocery hauls. You know, you outweigh, you know, your choices of if I want to drive to 3 places and pay for gas and this and this and that, and you know, and then me having the time, you know, trying to do all of this in between appointments. So it is what it is. But anyways, I'm done. I'm done. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope that you guys enjoy this grocery haul. I hope that you guys can share us around, and yeah, this is what we have for you guys. As always, guys, please like, comment below, please share, please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. It would help our algorithm, it would help us grow, it would help YouTube know to share us to the world. And as always, guys, we love you, and we will see you on our next video. Bye.